So in the previous video, we did an unboxing of these NerdMiner 2s and the NerdMiner hub that was sent to me from Bitcoin merch. What we're going to do now is we'll show you the setup of how to set up these miners, what the process is, and how easy they are. Because there was one, which was this one here, which I've set up initially. There was a few issues, so I'll show you how to set it all up first. And then in the next video after this, I'll show you how to resolve any issues you might be having with the NerdMiners. So what we'll do first is we'll plug in the USB hub. So it was supplied with an American style plug. It is 100 to 240 volts, so it should work in most places around the world, but I do have to have an adapter for it to work here. So I've just got this travel adapter, just plug it in. I'll leave a link in the description where you can also get a travel adapter if you need to set it up. So I'll put it this way around just so I can plug it into my power supply, okay? And then we'll reorientate everything just to see how it all looks. So this is all plugged in now. See if I can maybe rotate it here and push it up. There you go. So that gives enough room for me to do what we need to. So I'll plug in the one I've already set up just so you can see how it looks. We'll see which way the USB goes and see which orientation we need it, because we'd like the screens to be facing towards the camera. Cool, so I'll rotate it this way. Set it the right way. There we go. So if we turn this one on, this one should start initializing. Now once again, this is already set up, ready to go. So as you can see, all the lights are going. Everything else is lit up, ready to go. But what you want to do is get it all set up. So I'll unplug this one and put it to the back because that one's already done. But with the rest of these, we'll take them all out. What you have to do first is remove the top. Now there is a little piece of plastic that covers the lid. Just keeps it secure. Best thing to do is to put them all in all at once, and then flick each switch as you go along. But first you'll flick the first one, set it up, switch it back off, then move on to the next one. Same thing again. Okay. Make sure you got it the right way around. So all the screens will be facing this way. Get the next one. Let's make sure, there we go. Plastic removed. Screen facing this way. We'll have a lot of lids left over by the end of this. That's still good to keep them safe just in case. Next one plugged in. Now there should still be one more at least. Should have 7. So what I'll do is I'll just check the box just to make sure. So there you go, those are plugged in. I'll just check the box for one more. Actually, it's back here maybe. Yep, so that's the one back here. And that's all plugged in. So that's all those plugged in. What we'll do first is we'll start off with this first one here. Try and get on a good angle so you can see what it does. So as you can see, it's still got the protective coating on there, but try and orientate this so it's easy to see. So now we're up to use Wi-Fi for setup. What we'll do is I'll now move to the computer. You can also do it on your phone as well, but I'll do it on the computer so you can just see the setup process. So I'll move to that now, and then we'll move back to this if there's an issue, and then I'll point that one out and we'll talk about how to resolve it. So what I've got here is a split screen of the phone and computer, so you can see both what's happening on the NerdMiner and what's happening on the computer. So first thing we have to do is when it says use Wi-Fi for setup, is this is the part where it's just turned on. You go into your Wi-Fi and you select NerdMiner AP. Now I like to select connect automatically because then this will connect each time you switch from one NerdMiner to another. So it will save you having to type in the Wi-Fi password each time. So the Wi-Fi password you have to type in is MineYourCoins, no spaces, capitals at the beginning of each word. So your coins. Let's see if I typed it in right. Mine your coins, as you can see, capital M in mine, capital Y for your, and capital C in coins. And then we click next. As you can see as well, I already had the IP address already set up. It was 192.168.4.1. Now I have this IP address in the description, so you can set up later if there's any issues and you want to go back and just have a read so you can set up. Now what we do is we go configure Wi-Fi. I suggest what you do is you have your Wi-Fi settings already recorded in a notepad document, so you can just copy and paste. So I'll select my Wi-Fi and then I'll go to my notepad document and copy it in. So this is the first one to copy. And then what you do is you paste it in. Now this luckily will tell you whether you have a good connection or not. The thing you have to worry about is your Bitcoin address. If you have the wrong Bitcoin address recorded, I don't believe there's any way of knowing. So when you find a block, it won't go to your address. So make sure you double check this one each and every time. So we'll do your address here. Now for the moment we can just leave it as publicpool.io. This one is the standard one they come with, but I've got another one which I use, which in the next video where we do some troubleshooting, I'll explain what that one is and why I like to use it. The time zone I've never been able to get correct. Usually if where I am it's plus 10:30, but there's no way of doing plus 10 and 30 as you can see. So we'll just do 11 just to see how that comes up. We'll save. As you can see, it says that it's saving the credentials. Now hopefully we'll see through the phone that it restarts, as you can see, initializing. And now it should start with the time. Let's see. That's once again not the time now, but hey, look, it will do for the moment. Probably doesn't matter as much as the address for your Bitcoin. As you can see, temperature, time, and the hash rate. So it's counting through. Now what we'll do is we'll switch this one off. As I said, usually you'll have the next one in the row, just switch it on. But for demonstrations, make it easy to see, we'll just do it all in this front one. So we'll plug the next one in. As you can see, it's still got a bit of the plastic protector on there. That one in, turn on, and we'll see how this one sets up. Now, if any of these have setup issues, as I said in the next video, I'll explain how we can reload some software, maybe even fix the errors and what could be causing the errors. So as you can see, what popped up was that the miner is ready to connect. So that was because we saved the password. There you go, ready to go. Hopefully it's going to work straight away, but we'll see. Configure. Yep, connection interrupted. No Wi-Fi. So this can happen a few times. We'll just see if refreshing the IP address helps. So far it has. We'll just see if it will let us go further now. May have just need a little bit more time to load. That's still coming up with a connection Wi-Fi issue. I'll just see if I go back to my previous one, if that will reload it. And it does not, so try just through here. It does say it needs action, as you say down there, but let's see if we click that, if it makes it connect any easier. That's the fun with these sort of little Wi-Fi mining setups, is there's always some sort of workaround you got to try to get them to work, which I find is quite enjoyable. They're not just a plug in and work immediately usually. So this one's not working, so I'll put this one in the not working pile, and I'll use it in the next video to set it up and show you how to bypass and fix these sort of issues. So we'll get the next one. Hopefully this isn't a different issue, which I'm not aware of. We've already done that one. We'll now move on to this one. Remove the protective sleeve, just so I know that one hasn't been set up before. Plug it in, switch it on. Initializing as usual. Use Wi-Fi for setup. Now, that one's connected immediately. Let's hope that this one goes in immediately as well. So it seems like it wants to. Let's see if it will go to the next stage. And as you see, this one worked perfectly fine. This one loaded immediately, and we'll see if we're able to put in the information immediately as well. So Wi-Fi password. As said before, we'll do the Bitcoin address, which hopefully you've got ready to go. It just makes it so much easier. And then we'll go Bitcoin address here. Instead of doing 11, I'll try 10, but that's going to be off. It's just, unless you can do 5, that might be 0.5, so we'll see, because it won't allow any dots to 0.5. But anyway, see if that fixes that. Save it, and I'll be able to tell you immediately if the time is right. Now, that said, it's saved, as you can see on the computer. Use Wi-Fi for setup, and this one, as it should, has turned off and reset. Doesn't show the right time, but once again, that was to be expected. I'm really giving up on getting the time right on these. I might have a look at a different occasion. As you can see, that's hashing away all right. So we'll move on to the next one. If you don't want to see these all set up, you're welcome to bypass this step. But this is just to make sure they're all done. As I said, if you've got them all set up in a row here, you'll just be able to go flick on, flick off. And with the Wi-Fi automatically saved, this will take a whole lot less time. Save your Wi-Fi, save the MineYourCoins Wi-Fi password. Make sure it always automatically connects. And then save your Wi-Fi password so you can copy and paste. And then save your Bitcoin address so you can just easily select that one. So let's see if this one's ready to go. Let's see, configure. It's taking a little bit of time like it did once before. So, yep, this one saying no internet connection interrupted. Point 1. And that one shows it's okay there. Still showing the needs attention there, but we'll see if it will let us go to the next step. Nope. And this one as well, same as the other one, saying no internet, having issues. One last try. And then I'll put that one into the reset up pile. Now it looks like this one we're going to have to do the same too. We'll see what the need action does, just in case that fixes something. It loads to here. Nope, we've got the same issue with this one, so I'll switch it off. Move on to the next one. Got 2 more to go. So far we've had 2 pretty good because I've already set up 1, and 2 that haven't been pretty good. Focus on there. Once again, we're at the use Wi-Fi setup. Should automatically connect if we're lucky. Configure Wi-Fi. Nope, no internet. I'll just double check to see if there's anything else we can change down here. Okay, we got back to here. That means connection interrupted. Might be a connection here just in case. Properties, let's see. And then we're in. So this one took a little bit longer to get going, but it did get there in the end. So I'll select the Wi-Fi as usual. Do the password there. And Bitcoin address. And after this, we got one more to try. If we go 10 now, we know 0.5 doesn't work. 10.3. Now we'll just leave it at 10. Save that. Now we should have the usual switches off and then back on. Shows it's mining. Let me check the time, see if that worked this time. Yeah, still, it's 30 minutes off, but hey, look, it doesn't seem like there's a way to change that. We'll try the last one now. Take off the cover, whack it in, switch it on. Usual initializing. Let's see if this will make it go quicker. So with this last one, what I'll do is I'll edit it down to make sure that you're not watching it for too long, but we'll just see how long it does take. If it does take a few more minutes to load, potentially, maybe it just needs that time to just fix itself and to synchronize. Close a few of these. Give that a minute to do what it needs to. Maybe that will load for us. Let's see. Close that. Try now to configure Wi-Fi here. It's actually good that it's there we go, and it loads. So these last ones were not too bad, and the good thing is I didn't have the issue I had with one of the other ones that I first tried, which was the MineYourCoins password did not work on the Wi-Fi, which is what I needed to do to need to reload it all up. So what I'll do is I'll show you in the next video how to bypass that step, as in if there's an issue either with the Wi-Fi password or potentially with the setup here, and as you saw the others not connecting, and then we'll see how that goes. But that will definitely help out when these mine issues come up here and there. As you've seen, it's happened a couple times, but the majority of them have been pretty good. That's in there. Yeah, let's try 10.3 because it doesn't seem like the time wants to work properly on these, but there you go. That's all pasted in, set up. Wait for the sites to reset, and then in the next video we'll be doing the more in-depth fixing, and that shows a completely different time again. So not surprised, but anyway, that's everything set up for today's video. As I said, next one we'll do the repair of one of these. So just give it a fix, and I'll show you how that's done, and that solved the last problem I had. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, and we'll catch you next time.